did I just watch? Hey guys, it's your girl Lady Chic, Geek XX Chic, and we're back with another reaction to The Boys. We are now in episode 5, which is called We Gotta Go Now. We've got so much going on right now. But this episode, like I said, it could literally apply to the entire season, so I'm very much looking forward to seeing what it's all about. So we're going to get into this episode, but before we do, if you've been here before and you like what you see, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way you'll be notified every time I upload more reactions like these. And that's pretty much that. So without further ado, guys, let's get into this video right about now.
I'm a lot like you. I'm gay.
Cut! Please! God, we should have cut so much before that. Who wrote this?
Joss rewrite really sings, huh?
Please don't bring Mr. Whedon into this. Okay, what's going on, King of Wakanda? Goodbye, King of Wakanda.
Oh.
Bad day?
Like, I hate her, but I love how much she's pissing Homelander off. This is so conflicting. He just threw a lit cigarette on the floor of a place that probably has so much alcohol stuck to it. I mean, I hate the music too, Billy, but what the hell?
What are you watching?
Right?
A show called Eat My Dick.
I don't think that's the official title. Oh my god, it's him from Heroes! What's your name?
Sore eyes. Hate your crease on that we lost.
I always remember him from Heroes as the cop.
Don't worry. Girls get it done.
And cut a rehearsal, no one knew. No. Billy,
Hello, Judy.
Who's this?
Yeah.
It's my nephew.
Oh. Why? He's so ugly. Oh.
Can we help you?
You're probably gonna die.
Покажи их хуй.
Please keep your distance.
Шелхни в себе, ненормально. Пиздец!
Oh my god! It's a face.
Just so you know, that's Tara's girlfriend.
What?
Is fuck pig.
Yeah, I was about to say. The way she said that so casually.
Black Noir's here.
Black Noir is also saying it's Black. His name's literally Black.
You were cautious. Having nails, ball bearings, electrical wiring, pressurized aerosol products. I need a can about this big. Really appreciate it.
The way she's like, you think I'm just preparing for war in my suburb every day? What?
I can't protect you if you leave.
This isn't protecting her.
What are we gonna do?
You better just going. Honestly, Elena, being dead is better than living in this hell. Does Maeve look happy?
So that's it? Expecting a happy ending, will we?
Well, yeah, it's superheroes.
It ain't that kind of massage parlor.
Ew.
Keep 'em busy for a little while.
That's not what I was thinking.
what, am I supposed to be impressed by this Blaze of Glory jerk-off shit?
What is with all these references to masturbation?
Cashing it in after all.
Just get out of the fucking way. Don't make me move you. You can move him.
Can you move me?
Good luck with me.
Oh! Three-way fight! Three-way fight!
Fuck this. Fuck you.
Ooh.
Go be a monster.
This man is like, this is a church. I'm trying to pray. Y'all having an emotional, violent conversation. In God's house.
That place used to be pure. And then they just started letting all kinds of people in.
AKA non-whites. Okay.
Don't know. So why don't you tell me?
Yeah.
I think you do know. Oh, by the way, I heard they're retiring you? So unfair.
You have a problem?
Of course not. Why would you say that?
A-Train, you already know. You already know.
Please.
We already know, A-Train. And sadly, you're the only one who's going to pick up on it, and no one's going to believe you.
You leave the 7 with your dignity and your severance package intact. Or 2, you get fired for breaching your morality clause by shooting up Compound V and giving yourself a fucking heart attack in the fucking process.
Yeah.
It's
You
your
keep
choice.
forgetting. You screwed up, boo. You screwed up bad. And let's not forget you killed your girlfriend. Never forget that part.
Sometimes, well, these things just happen.
Wait, this happened before? How many times?
Well,
Yep.
hold on, guys.
Exactly. This is why you're not allowed to speak off script, boo. Because you're stupid.
You don't speak for us.
Yeah, they're not at all wowed by you, sir, because you're an arrogant ass. Uh-oh. I saw this in the preview and I really hoped it was a dream. Oh, thank God it was a dream. Oh.
It's time.
Right, lad. To the taffy room.
That's the best line ever. To the taffy room. Oh, this ain't taffy. Oh, it's a metaphor.
This is the taffy room?
An affordable alternative to privatized healthcare.
Hero.
I thought it was you. Oh my God. It's Iceman. Crossover.
Better way of making Billy not be,
Psychotic.
you know, Billy.
In this world, Billy is synonymous with psychosis.
I think Billy needs someone like that, you know?
Apparently it used to be Becca, but I don't blame her for quitting that job. That's full time. You're playing a dangerous game, Annie, and I'm not sure I like it.
That
It's a great performance.
is a performance.
Yep.
Oh my God, look, I'm like tearing up. You leaked it to MSNBC. Now what do you think Vought's gonna feel when I tell them?
Do your worst.
Well, how do you think the world will feel when I tell them that you used to be Liberty?
Oh!
Wow.
But I really don't think you should have released that trump card yet.
Special kind of poison flower, huh? Going against your own people?
Ew.
I mean, fucking white people?
Starlight. Superheroes. Don't be racist. What's up?
Me. 5 ports.
Oh my God. This need for maternal approval is so gross.
I almost forgot. I got you something. Tara? Fuck it. That's my boy.
Why would you teach him that command of all things? Dream on! Dream on! They're your crew, Billy, for better or worse. Mostly worse. Just kidding, my skin's flawless. I can't watch. I really don't think I can watch this. Oh, no, 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 no. No. completely repulsive people getting it on. Okay, there's anger sex, and then there's this.
Do it. You know you want to.
I'll cut you in half.
Will you?
Don't be a pussy. Laser my fucking tits.
Oh, this is some kink porn that nobody ever needed or asked for. Why?
Don't stop.
Oh, nothing turns me on like the smell of burning flesh.
See? I told you I don't break easy.
He's probably gonna ask you to breastfeed him now. Huh. What am I watching? What the hell did I just watch? Okay, that was episode 5. Yes, 5. Where are we? What time is it? What day is it? Of the boys, we gotta go now, and I feel like I need to go. I need to go and pray. I need to cleanse my spirit, my soul. I need to repent. Every time I think this show can't possibly shock me any more than it already has. All right, recap. I'm gonna try to make this short. I know I tend to babble with this show, and I apologize. I guess first and foremost, Billy, much like I predicted, he had a bit of a meltdown. He has had this goal of getting Becca back for so long, coupled with this hate of Homelander, and for Becca to reject him, like, it just short-circuited Billy's brain, right? He just could not fathom that he would go through everything, find Becca, and that in the end she would choose someone else, aka her child, aka Homelander's child, over him. You know, he just kind of snapped. For a minute, I thought maybe he was trying to, like, end it all because Billy is quite dramatic in that way. But he did what a lot of people do when they've gone through a bit of a shock or trauma, which is go back to something familiar, which was his family. His dog. He's a really ugly bug. I'm glad, though, that we saw that it's showing the conversation Billy had with Butcher had with Huey. It's starting to show that as a group, you know, that Huey's really starting to learn more about Billy and understand. I think he's starting to finally get a bit of why MM and Frenchie have this loyalty where he's concerned. Like, Billy is problematic. He is an absolute train wreck for the most part, but he's still... There's just something about him that kind of, like, doesn't quite let you want to just let him disintegrate. Like, the fact that he acts the way he does, we know he's a jerk for the most part. We know he's not the nicest guy in the world, but I think they all see the level of admiration and dedication that he has had towards finding his wife, and the love he has for her and the respect he has for their relationship is something that is admirable. But as we heard from Becca in the last episode, it's not all sunshine and roses. Billy has a dark side, and we learned in this episode from his aunt, I'm assuming it's his aunt, we heard from her that Billy has always been this way. He just has this switch in him where it comes to violence and, like, darkness and hatred that has always been in him. And apparently he had a brother who used to kind of be the tempering balance for that. And it sounds like Billy's always been looking for that, I guess you could say almost yang to his yin this entire time. And when he lost his brother, it looks like he kind of basically transferred it onto Becca. But now Becca, like she said to him, like, it's too much for her. It's constantly a burden of wondering how long it'll be before Billy snaps, before he does something that he's going to regret or that they're all going to regret. Unfortunately for Billy, he's just kind of was lost. You know, he needs to have a purpose to drive him, and sadly, as Becca brought out, it's usually anger and hatred, and it was Becca, but now that she's not really wanting to come home, he felt very lost. Thankfully, MM obviously has seen this pattern of behavior with Billy, and Huey, you know, feeling this intuition where Billy's concerned, were able to come in and kind of give him a bit of a shake. I don't know how I feel about him saying at the end that he was going to get her back no matter what. Like, it kind of bothers me that I'm hoping, I should say, like I say, I'm hoping that he means that he's finally heard Becca to some extent and now recognizes that there's going to be no Becca without the kid, but I don't know with him, honestly. Like, he's just so bloody stubborn sometimes that I'm worried that he's just kind of tossing Becca's wishes and her feelings about her son to the side because it's what he wants. And again, maybe it's just what he needs to do to stay motivated, because as we saw, without a purpose, he was really, really lost. So maybe if he just needs to keep thinking that, then that's what's going to keep him going, then maybe that's what we just got to do, because we already know that the boys cannot function without Billy's planning skills. They just can't. So, and then we had a very short segment with Kumiko and Frenchie. Kumiko is just a ball of rage and pain right now, understandably so, and at first I had no idea why she was killing these Russians. I'm like, wait, what do these have to do with Stormfront? Or do they? But they don't. She's basically started taking hit jobs because she's lost, right? Just much like Billy, she's lost. Her one piece of family is gone. She feels like it's her fault. She's just trying to take out all of that homicidal rage someplace, and obviously Frenchie is worried about her. He knows what this life is like, and I loved his little speech to her about how, like, you're poisoning yourself. Like, I know you feel like this is gonna make it better, but you're just, you know, you're turning yourself into the very monster that you were terrified of becoming when this whole thing happened to you. It's sad, and I felt that for her. I really felt for her in that moment, but I love that Frenchie is still not... I mean, he did tell her, you know, to leave him, you know, to screw off at the end, but I don't think he believes that for a second. I think he's just frustrated, and he doesn't want to see her. Like, I understand him not wanting to follow her if this is the path that she's going to take, but I do think she's going to make her way back to Frenchie, because I think she realizes he does care about her, and that him and the boys are all she really has now. And the killing, I'm sure after a few more of these, she's going to figure out very quickly that she really isn't feeling any better. In fact, it's having the opposite effect. So, Stormfront, let's get a little bit into that. She's a little mastermind, isn't she? That moment she had with poor A-Train, I say poor A-Train because on one hand, I do feel somewhat badly for him because so much of his life and identity has been built around being in the 7, which is not healthy, but it is the way it is. But he did do this to himself. Like, really, if he hadn't taken the Compound V, I mean, he probably would have been pushed out of the 7 anyways, because the reason he started taking it was because he was realizing his speed was starting to decrease, and I'm sure with all of these superheroes, their powers start to wane as they age, but yeah, like, he still made the wrong decision, and he has to pay the consequences, and like, but interesting, I also thought the scene, though, but as I was saying before, between him and Stormfront, clearly, probably the only member of the 7 other than potentially Black Noir, but he's never around, he's the only one who's going to really pick up on her racism. This is something that as Black folks we deal with a lot, and other non-white folks in particular, that we can pick up when someone is being racist, even if they're not overtly saying a slur or being angry towards us. Like, we pick up on the microaggressions, we pick up on the energy, and you know, Stormfront's clearly very good at navigating her field of whiteness and being able to, you know, she knows what to do to trigger someone like A-Train without saying anything that could really be turned around on her. You know what I'm saying? She knew what she was doing. I do like the idea of there being more enemies against Homelander and against her, especially because Annie's going to need all the help she can get. And I guess before we end this, I do feel like I need to touch on the ending scene. There's not much to say about it outside of the fact that it was crazy disturbing. I think we could all agree that that was the most disturbing, I don't even want to call it love, it was a sex scene. It was a BSDM nightmare? I was gonna say dream, but it's not. It was a nightmare. Like, I mean, we all know Homelander was twisted, but it's like the fact that like that's what he wants, like the fact that he wanted to hurt her. Like I almost expected at first maybe that he might simp it out because he has these mommy issues in this complex, but yeah, his psychosis is just at a different level that terrifies me, and I'm really scared now that Stormfront has managed to make him her puppet within a matter of weeks. Not even, right? Maybe a few days or so. And this is a doll, this is a mommy doll that he can't break. Right? He doesn't have to hold back with her, and I can't even, that scene was so gross. And it was beyond the fact that it was just like the roughness and the weirdness there, just the fact that both of them are so repulsive and so devoid of human compassion that like they're just disgusting. You just never want to see two people like that ever, really, but you definitely don't want to see them getting it on. But like, hey, like I said, with this show, they see a line and they go, huh, that's interesting, and then they blow right past it. That's it for this episode, guys. If you've made it this far, please go ahead and hit that like button. Let me know that you like these types of reactions, and if you want to see more from this geeky face, please click subscribe. Until next time,